Alright, welcome Aquarius to your twin flame reading. This reading is for 11 till 17 April, but obviously whenever you see it is the right time to see it. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Adrian H. I'm an intuitive healer. I practice holistic wellness, so welcome. For all of you who always support the channel, I'd really like to thank you. And especially for you that, you're just so gracious with your donations. It's actually quite amazing. I'd like to thank you for that as well, because I am using what you are giving me to really help the rest of the world. You're actually making it possible for me to the sort of readings that I do. So I'm very grateful. I'm drawing 3 cards for you to see what your energy is here with your twin flame energy. So I'm drawing 3 cards from the good oracle for you, or the good tarot for you, basically, Aquarius. And just to see how you got to where you currently are, what's happening and where things are going for you. I'm going to clarify, and then I'm going to end up with a direct message from the universe for you. Okay, so you're actually starting quite dynamically there in the past with the 5 of water, which is the 5 of cups. And this is about forgiveness. This is about a lot of things that you've forgiven, that you let go of. We're going to go into it in a little bit more detail. I'm just giving you sort of like the, like the overall run of what's happening. And then look at what card you have in your current energies. It's a transformation card, which in traditional tarot is the death card. And it's about death and rebirth. Going from a stage and going to somewhere new. And you're in a good role here, because the energy coming towards you is the sun, which is the highest vibrational energy in the tarot deck. So I can see with your twin flame energy, with your twin flame journey, and this is obviously the energetic sort of relationship that you have with the twin flame journey, which determines whether you actually experience that beautiful experience of love with somebody else or not. So I can see over here that there has been, maybe in the last person that you've been with, or the last connection that you had, and recent, obviously, it pertains to how recent it is within your mind, how prevalent it is within your mind cell, and how present it is in your everyday experiences of life. So, last connection that you had, not the most pleasant of experiences over there, this obviously, it ended in a lot of pain, it ended in a lot of heartache, there might have been a lot of blame. I really feel that for some reason you were holding on to this one, like, it's just like you felt that there is something there, something that you need to learn, something that you need to help resolve, something that you maybe need to help the other person overcome. And I feel that you may have been in a situation where, you may have come from very good intentions, a little bit of a desperation there, which could have to do with your patterns, but overall you were coming from a very good energetic space. I feel that the other person may have actually been aware of that, and they actually used that to their advantage. Okay, which is, it's not really nice when those sort of things in life happens, but there was that definite sense of, I would say, trying to be a fixer, trying to be a savior, trying to maybe help them overcome, sort of their past and life issues and things like that. But I feel that for most of you, really, what you were actually trying to do, or subconsciously attempting to do, was to actually fix your own past. All right, so your intention might have been to help them, but it was actually, it was more sort of like towards you, which is how the mind can work sometimes. It is, obviously, therapy is a wonderful thing, don't get me wrong, I'm not speaking against therapy, but this is almost like, if you imagine the therapist, becoming a therapist or a counselor or psychologist or whatever, because they believe that they really want to help other people. But what they're actually doing is they're sort of deflecting what they're not dealing within themselves, and they're sort of deflecting that onto their patients, and trying to fix that in them, but in fact they're trying to to fix it within themselves, which can be a very dangerous cycle, because it can sort of create almost like a sense of codependency, that you don't want to let your patients go, and the same thing in a relationship, that you just cannot let this person go, no matter how much you want to, no matter how much they hurt you. And there may have been many other wonderful things in your life that were working out really, really well. But in a sense, I feel that you were holding yourself back. And you yourself may not even have understood why exactly you were doing that. Now we're going to clarify, we're going to see what's going on over there. But I really get that sense, and there's sort of that sense of unrest, which might actually still be with you. I don't really feel that you are you know, fully released from it, or you're sort of busy moving through, let's say like this, there's like a chamber of purification. You're sort of moving through the chamber of purification, okay? There with the transformation card, with the death and rebirth card. It's like you're finding yourself again. You've been very lost in this situation. You know, obviously this is a general reading, so you just take it as it resonates. Then obviously if you want to have a personal focus on your energy, then you can also always obviously contact me. My email address is down below, and we can arrange a one-on-one reading for you, either online or in person, depending on where in the world you are. There is a sense here, Aquarius, that you sort of decided, like, listen, this is enough. I don't feel that you're fully out of that energy yet. It's weird. It's almost like the other person, if you want to call them that, you know, and I'll tell you now why I'm saying it like that, but it's almost like they've got a firm hold of you somehow still, even though they might not actually be in your presence. Or there's a sense of separation somehow between the two of you. It's still that holding on to energy, even though it doesn't serve you well. You know, when you speak about Scorpio energy and you speak about dark Scorpio energy, I feel this is what you are actually doing at the moment. It's like you're holding on very desperately to something that is actually not really serving your greatest good. You are moving past it and through it, but it's also, in a sense, it's almost like as you are moving through it and as you are moving past it, I don't know, somehow the connection is still there, you know, somehow you're not fully done with it yet, and it's almost like, you know, life is moving you in this direction, which is a positive direction, and you're moving with life and you're appreciating that, but there is also resistance, and I feel it's resistance on your part. Now you might feel like the other person's maybe sending you bad energy and that sort of thing, which they may be doing, but you are, it's almost like you're finding other ways to get yourself out of that, through that. For some reason, it's like you just cannot let this thing go, you know? And it's really annoying you, but you are also busy merging away from it. So it's a very sort of confusing energy. You may find yourself to be very tired at this particular point in time, sometimes lacking to focus, incredibly emotional, but you are letting go. And in the same token, it's like there's two things happening at the same time, almost like there's like you're observing sort of two versions of you doing the same thing at the same, you know, time. And then obviously with the sun energy, which is where you are going, where you are heading. And I'm actually going to draw another card just to see what the blockage might be for you at the moment. Because the sun is a wonderful direction to be heading. It's a great space to be going forward. It's really, it's amazing. So with love, with twin flame energy, you are really heading for great stuff, and you're going there really, really fast. And that past lesson, you know, some of you may have the thing where you will say, like, you know, but this was, you know, a false flame, or it wasn't, you know, it was meant to be, or stuff like that. It's just, for some of you, it was so good that you just didn't want to let go. Okay, let's see what we've got. For I drew a card, but I'm going to take the card that went flying out, and King of Water, which is King of Cups. I don't know, for some reason you are worried about this person, concerned about this person, fearful what might happen to them. You know, and you could be saying to your family and your friends and everybody else, I don't care, I really don't care if a greyhound drives past and sort of knocks them through the air and they go like, yo, I don't care, I couldn't be bothered in the least. However, the card's energy suggests something a little bit different, all right? You really do care, and you're really concerned of their well-being. And I feel that for some of you, one of the reasons why you might have been holding on so tightly is because you were concerned that if you move on forward, that there might be such a sort of big gap, you know, be created between the two of you, that even if they, you know, if they need you for some other reason, they might not be able to come back. But I also sense you coming out of that at the moment. You are really stepping into the space where you are becoming fully ready to actually have the twin flame experience, where you are a happy person, the other person's a happy person, and you celebrate happiness together. Because ultimately in romance, that is what twin flame energy is really about. And I see that coming for you, and it's coming for you very powerfully. It's coming for you really, really powerfully. Okay, so let's clarify that recent past over there, that 5 of water, that 5 of cups for you, Aquarius, to see for you what it is that we are having for you over here. This is nice. It might not be experienced as the best sort of experience at the moment, but I also feel that every day is getting better. Okay, I really sense that every day is getting better for you. All right, so you've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, and the 7 of Wands. That's for your recent past. So you've really invested in this person, and I somehow, and remember, this is not really gender specific, but somehow it feels like you were the, you know, you were the provider in this energy. Let me show you. You were the provider in this energy. You were the one who was making the plans. You were the one who was carrying things. You know, and it doesn't really matter, there with the Queen of Pentacles, it doesn't really matter whether you are a man or a woman or, you know, sort of a gender fluid. It doesn't really matter what the nature of your relationship is. If you have to speak about somebody taking that sort of manly stance in the relationship, you know, the person that, I don't know, provides and gives the roof and the food and that sort of thing, and maybe even the clothing, I feel that that was you. You were that provider, you were the hard worker, and you were happy to do it. But then also somehow, I feel that you kind of came to a very sort of undeniable confrontation in life, that you were not in a very balanced sort of energy here. You know, things were not balanced. Things were not... you needed more than this. It's like you could see somehow that the other person was sort of holding themselves very much in bondings and chains and stuff like that. But in the same token, you realize, I'm actually doing the same thing. You realize that you were both actually doing the same thing. And I feel that that really floored you. That was a very difficult thing for you to accept, you know. And you were very, very angry there at the stage about this, because it's almost like you were blaming yourself more than you were blaming the other person, regardless what it is that they were doing. Now, we're looking at your current energy, the transformation, the Death card, and we've got the Page of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles, and the World card. So yeah, things are definitely drawing to a sort of completion here for you at the moment. You know, there's this Page of Swords where you realize things cannot go on like that. Things cannot go in the way that they're going on. This isn't healthy. This isn't good for anybody involved. Things just cannot carry on the way that they carry on. You realize that very clearly, okay? And there is a change in mindset that's taking place here for you. And I also feel that you are really getting the lesson that you were meant to learn from this particular situation, you know, from the particular connection. I feel that you're really getting the lesson, and what you have sort of feared before is coming true, but you're kind of getting to see the whole lesson, and you know, and the sort of harmony and things at the moment, because that connection was a very powerful lesson that you needed to learn. It really made you very, very strong. Now let's look at the energy coming towards you, clarifying that beautiful Sun card. And I mean, in a reading about twin flame, to get, you know, sort of this King of Water, which was very much in your present energy, and now this is coming towards you. This is what's heading your way. This is what's around the corner for you energetically. Many reasons to celebrate. Many reasons to celebrate. Because you've learned the lesson. And look at this. Look at this, Aquarius. You've got the 3 of Cups, you've got the Ace of Cups, and you've got the Queen of Wands. So many reasons to celebrate coming forth. Also yours, I feel that whoever you're connecting with, they really your soul tribe. This really is your twin flame. Divine intervention there. It's you don't even have to go and look for them. They literally come towards you because you are ready for it. And there with the Ace of Wands as well. Working hard once more, but this is an equal give and take. Emotionally, there is balance, which is, which is wonderful, which is really what you wanted to have. So really good news. I must tell you, like, whoa, really good news. Sorry. Really go into a space where you are getting the one to actually come into your experience of life, and you don't even have to go and look for them. Okay, and if that resonates with you, taking a nice deep breath, clear that, clear all the previous energy, claim that for yourself, and that's how you clear the energy. Claim for yourself that you say, yes, this is what I'd like to have. I'd really appreciate you liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to the video. To everybody that's already subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Let's get you a final message from the universe. Let's get you a final message from the universe. Lovely. Just the Seven of Cups and Eight of Pentacles. For some reason, I feel that this has not got anything to do with the reading. Maybe another area in your life that you are concerned about, but things are working out for your favor. So in your favor. So if you're sort of facing any sort of controversy at the moment, anything that's got you very worried and maybe a bit of a fearful energy concern that you're sort of off balance, that is really getting balance out there for you. And it's so funny. My best friend who's Aquarius actually told me this. She saw this one tarot reader who said Aquarius is almost like they would know that the teapot is hot, but they will still touch it. And I feel you're about to touch that hot teapot. However, I sense it working out very well for you financially. Okay, so if some of you needed to hear that message, there it is. May it serve you abundantly positively, and I'll see you next time.